Olympian Gwen Berry was heavily criticized last month during her Olympic qualifying event when she turned away from Old Glory while the national anthem was being played. She even covered her face with a t-shirt with the words "activist athlete," whatever that meant. Berry spoke about this earlier this week. Take a listen.
I never said that I hated the country. Never said that. All I said was I respect my people enough to not stand or acknowledge something that disrespects them. I love my people, point blank, period.
Has even tweeted numerous tweets with foul language. He also says she hasn't decided how she will savor the moment if she is lucky enough to finish one of her events in the top 3 and get to step on the podium to hear our anthem played again. Joining us to weigh in is former UFC champion Colby Covington. Colby, thank you for joining us this evening. Look, we've heard her comments. She's talking about the national anthem, a third verse, which we rarely ever sing, that even historians have said is not the racist roots that people like to say it is. You're somebody who has represented our country, who understands what it means to be in the arena and what that anthem means to so many. Talk to us about your reaction to her interpretation, but also this rising tide of individuals who seemingly are so out of touch with what America truly stands for.
Yeah, when I first saw the news on that, I just thought, sore loser and crybaby. And there's nothing more that we hate in America than a crybaby and a sore loser. So, what she did was she tried to hijack the other girl's moment that actually won the competition, because she wasn't good enough to win the competition. If she would have worked harder and put in the work like every other American, she could have won the competition. But she didn't do that. So instead, she wanted to sell her soul. She's a paid shill for Puma, and we know what they stand for, and trying to defund the police. But at the end of the day, this isn't about her moment. If she wants to make it about her moment, maybe she should be a winner and be at the top of the podium. But, she's not going to be able to do that in America because the women in America are too good for her. So maybe she should go to another country and try these antics. But then again, if she goes to another country, she's not going to have that free speech and be able to say whatever she wants like she does in America.
Colby, when you take a look at what's going on down in Sarasota tonight, a lot of people gathering to see former President Trump speak. Still a lot of energy out there for him, and it seems that that's only growing as we see the complete 180 now that the Biden administration has taken office. Your thoughts as to the energy behind this movement, even continuing now post-election?
The energy has never been stronger. The force, the MAGA movement that President Trump started is in full force. People are starting to see the wreck that Biden's making for this country. The American dollar is almost nothing now. Inflation is at an all-time high. Gas prices. You go to the lumber yard, you're getting hit in the checkbook. You go to the grocery store, you're getting hit in the checkbook. So even the people that maybe didn't even vote or voted for Biden before are probably starting to think, man, President Trump actually cared about America. He put America first. He cared about American policies and making the people richer, not making the politicians richer.
Now, I want to talk to you. Obviously, we're here waiting for President Trump to take the stage down in Sarasota to make sure we're kickstarting this push towards a victorious midterms, bringing back that majority in the House, bringing back that majority in the Senate. Talk to us from your perspective, somebody who is an athlete, somebody who has worked hard to represent themselves and this country, why these rallies resonate with just so many people, 20,000 people standing in the rain to listen to the 45th president of the United States.
People realize how hard President Trump works for them and how hard he works for America. He's not even in office, and he's going down to our border crisis, trying to get it corrected, trying to show support to the border police, the people that protect us every single day. So, this guy's the hardest working guy to ever step foot in the White House. I mean, the guy's doing 6 rallies a day like he's a rock star, filling up stadiums like, he's the Backstreet Boys. So, I have a lot of respect and admiration for Trump because I know he's a fighter. I'm a fighter. I'm the best fighter in the world. But I look at President Trump, and he's a different level fighter, and he inspires me every day to keep fighting and stand up for what you believe in.
Well, Colby Covington, a great patriot, great athlete. Thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thanks, guys. God bless.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.